He's sitting third in those honours. Obviously, he was injured for the last 2 weeks, so that's going to play some factor. Hopefully, he can get a couple of decent games under his belts in the Play 2 Sim 3 scenario that I've got going on. Before I play, I'm going to partially review. Whilst I play, I'm going to partially review a milk stout by Exit Brewing. Where are Exit Brewing from? Dandenong South. Alright. So this is a milk stout. On the can, it's purple, light purple, and it's got like a circle with lines that go around in those circles that are dark purple, and it's got a dark purple sort of band up the top. So I'm going to see if I can get this in the camera, in the microphone, sorry. Ooh, smells good. She pours thick. Got a nice tan coloured 2-finger head. I reckon that might go quickly, maybe. I don't think it'll retain its head all that well. Water, malts, hop, yeast, love. Contains lactose. I'm lactose intolerant, so hopefully during the game I don't shit myself. Oh, that's delicious. If you like coffee, definitely exactly what it says: coffee, caramel, vanilla. Yeah, so it says espresso, toffee, vanilla, cacao. Oh, sorry, cacao. So we'll fire up this game against the Magic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this and see if I can give and here we go.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
For anyone who cares
Hello,
to
everybody, and welcome to
listen,
the NBA on 2K
I'm
Sports. Ernie
moving
Johnson
house.
Here with my esteemed colleagues.
Got a skip
Shaquille
coming
O'Neal
tomorrow morning.
And Kenny the Jet Smith.
Ooh,
Tonight
there's
we'll
a
be
nice
watching the
sort
Orlando
of
Magic playing against the Denver Nuggets.
wafer biscuit
Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss
element
to
to
Miami.
this beer.
They're
Oh,
currently holding on to the best
that's
record
fantastic.
in the league.
Exit.
Not the conference.
Not
the
bad.
league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player? If you're a guy who's playing a lot, do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you played more than 8 years, yes, you need rest. If you're a young player, such as Freak, you don't need rest.
No, you may have players coming back from midseason injuries, but you need to get them back into the flow. But you got to get your playoff game face on. And you know who had the best game face playoff?
Alonzo Mourning?
No, this guy next to us. Show him your game face.
Alonzo had
that's
a
his
good, Alonzo had
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. This game is part of the travel schedule for Denver. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot, withstood the scrutiny, and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
And with that said, a very legitimate chance now to hoist the trophy again at the end of this season. They've been to the mountaintop. They know what it feels like, but it's never easy to repeat.
So out there for the Nuggets right
Get
now.
that in.
We've got Ellis. Also Anthony out
So
there.
the beer I'm drinking,
Cecil in at
the
center.
Exit Milk Stout, it's 5.2%.
Picked up by Ellis.
Because it's got lactose in it, it does have a pretty decent body to it.
Into the lane. Good for the
But it's
basket.
sessionable.
Starting off 1 for
Not too sure how I would go on a session on something that's got lactose in it, because it'll just ruin me, but
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Skiles, and
that's delicious. Got someone that's jumped on right now. Hi, whoever it is.
He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us
Got home
around
from under
and we'll get
23s.
bullied all
We had a
game.
nice win
Back
against
to you.
Cougars.
always great to hear from you, Doris.
And,
Denver with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket.
Because the skip's coming.
Here's Cohen.
That should be in.
Hands it from downtown.
Oh, I had to move the Subaru that I'm giving away.
He's got a nice touch.
The battery was dead on it, so I had to charge that. That took about 20
Here's
minutes.
the screen.
Took it for a drive.
He feeds it to Hollins. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Denver leading by 6. Anthony left side. Passes it to Payne. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Neal, covered by Morris.
And one.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
With the
And it's working
play
for him, Greg.
2
You
Sim
like that
3
initiative, not
scenario,
settling for stuff
Payne
on
is
the
going to have some
Right
pretty
wing.
big games to get the MVP.
To the middle. Wood with the bucket. Wood's got his second bucket of the night.
He's definitely got
Done
6
well
man
to
locked
take
up, but
advantage of
yeah.
some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to
Start
attacking
off
the
quite nice.
interior in this first half. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Morris into the lane. Hollins kicks to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And there's the pass to Payne. Shot from the top of the key. Fades back. Rebound by the Magic. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnovers that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
Here's Barber, covered by Anthony. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Payne. That misses.
Ooh.
Kind of had it gone in. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. To our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
It's all about the depth. Really, the bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
And Orlando has
It's one of the best stats I've ever had.
8-point game. Kicks to Morris. Hollins with it.
Definitely not going to help my
Averages
tummy,
about,
and it's
5
definitely not
points a
going to
game.
help my phlegm issue where I'm like, you know,
6 on
having
the
to clear
shot
my
clock.
throat all the time.
Covered by Barnes. Hits some rim on the way down, and the bucket's good. Denver calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
And one, baby.
I'd have to agree with you, and you know how optimistic and positive I am, but it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Ewing, also Anthony out there, and it's Payne in at the 2. Morris kicks to Hollins. No luck. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Now Payne. 20 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami. Here's Neal, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now an 11-point Nugget lead.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Covered by Anthony. Low block shot on the way. Good work defensively by Anthony. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. There's the pick. It's Ewing high post. And Denver again with the bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Payne. Here's Cohen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. The Nuggets in second. Fourth, the Magic.
Yeah, both squads just rebounding the ball so well here of late. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting matchup from a physical standpoint.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
They set the pick. Here's Wood and fouled hard that
Oh,
time.
Collins just goes, sit down.
And let's quickly take a look at some numbers for Neal. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 8 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both. 1:35 left in the first half of basketball. Now the dish to Payne.
Oh,
That one's in. Only his
beautiful.
4th make against 9 total shots.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And the shot is good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot
No, that
really
should
the
be
only
in.
option in that situation.
That really should have
Sometimes
been
when
in.
You're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Rebounded by Anthony.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Pass to Payne. Off on the lane.
Whoa.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris outside. To the paint. Here's Hollins. And that one's good. Hollins has got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Payne gets a wide open look. The Nuggets with another miss. Barber passes to Wood. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And so that's the end of the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith, and after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 9-point lead. And we'll start with a big... All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
They've struggled against him in this one, just no answer for Barnes. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Payne's checked in. You've got Big Smooth. And it's Hollins in at the 3 at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And Orlando has possession. They trail by 16. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Payne can't hit.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
The 3. Garnett grabs the board. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Passes it to Big Smooth. Orlando moving the ball around.
Oh, Washington just got in there really easy there. Oh, I haven't checked the halftime stats. So, Clark Wood, 10, 6, 1 and 2. He's 25, 77 overall. Not a bad player there. Garnett, small forward, 6'8", 9, 2, 2, 1, 1. Washington, 28. He's pretty old now. Tyreke Evans Jr. There. No, I'm thinking of a different player. This team, if they were managed correctly, could actually be a pretty good side. You just need to trade a couple of their older players for younger players, and they've got a good window of like 25 to 27-year-olds that, you know, are thereabouts rating-wise that could actually do something if they're controlled with a better user.
There, guys, on the assist and the finish.
The Orlando Magic coming to this one following a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
So it's Orlando now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. They double him with Payne at the top of the key. Hollins dishes it to Barnes out left to the wing. Here's Payne.
Hit that.
Buries the long-range jumper. Payne's got 17 now.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
There's the screen. Keller passes to Garnett. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Washington. Good on the 7-footer. 8 points for him.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Payne. The Magic getting the bucket.
Oh, he should have put that up Westerfall.
And there's the pass to Knox. Washington passes to Keller. Can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Now here's Payne.
Oh, it's 2
17 points in the
turnovers
game.
by Payne. It's not a good way to end the third.
Garnett outside. Pass to Keller. Payne grabs the board.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard. It's at the top of that list.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Teams changing it up here. Passes to Keller. Here's Wood. Fades away. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
So out there for the Nuggets right now. Ellis
There
is
you
out
go.
to Payne, and it's Knox in at the four-man position.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
There's the feed to Garnett. The 15-footer. It's good, and it's his sixth make against 11 attempts. Here's Payne. He dishes it to Neal.
Oh no, it's third turnover.
Barnes against Garnett. Good.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Payne. There's a good screen. Knox the pass to Payne. Another three for Denver.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
The Magic trail by 10. Here's Keller. Payne grabs the board.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Payne. Missed inside.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. It's deflected. And a foul called on the shot.
What
Got him
alley-oop.
on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Let's look at some numbers for Ellis. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in
Payne's
this
going
game,
off.
too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And Orlando making a change here. Hollins is checked in.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Denver.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Barber, expanding his range. Rebound by the Nuggets. They led by as many as 18 points. Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Out to the right wing. Neal passes to Pena. Cohen covered by Morris. They get it back. Payne can't get it to fall. And stolen by Payne. Down low. Poked away. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home
Not
team.
too sure.
Hey, Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed?
The 23 points
The 2K Sports
is going to really
postgame
cut
show.
it.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon.
Payne, 23-4-3-3. Is that going to be enough to win MVP? So, unfortunately, Chad's not going to win Rookie of the Year. I could try to manipulate it a bit to give him a shot, but also, even if he got his points up to 10, he's still 5 rebounds shy. So we just jump straight into another game. Jump straight into another game, and literally that'll mean, ooh, that lactose in that beer is just going all up in my guts. So I'll play this game, Sim 3. The simming concerns me because I have no control over what Payne does.
Sports pregame show.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from all of us at 2K Sports. Can you do like an Irish accent there, Kenny?
I am a Smith, so that is an Irish descent.
He's not a real Irish. Shiver me timbers, Ernie.
Shiver you timbers.
That's not a St. Patrick's
That's
Day
Lucky
deal.
Charms. What do you
Shiver
mean?
me timbers.
Shiver me timbers, Ernie.
At any rate,
Means it's Irish.
This is Ernie Johnson, and we got Shaq, and we got Kenny.
Shiver me timbers.
Tonight, it's the Washington Wizards as they'll be playing against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie? Back in the day, everyone tried to play a full 82. Even if you had a sprained finger or head cold, you're like, forget that, I'm playing. But my advice, if you have a shot at home court, you go for it.
You would play with a head cold?
Oh, my gosh.
I never got a head cold.
You're a warrior.
Opening up another lactose beer. You only live once. So does my anus. Why not destroy it?
With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We're at the Verizon Center where the Wizards will try to turn it up on their home floor. Taking a look at Denver. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot, withstood the scrutiny, and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
And with that said, a very legitimate chance now to hoist the trophy again at the end of this season. They've been to the mountaintop. They know what it feels like, but it's never easy to repeat.
So on the floor for Denver, we've got Payne, and it's Knox in at the 4.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. In the first meeting, he said that he didn't feel his team was as sharp as they needed to be in their offensive sets, and that is what cost them the game. He told me if we can take care of the ball and execute in the half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a much better position to win against this team. Let's see if that's the case.
Thank you, Doris. Do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy.
Crazy little old player.
There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Wizards shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Nuggets making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Payne. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Pass to Bradshaw. He tries for three, and that one's good. He's got 6. The Nuggets leading by 6. Payne in the post. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Nuggets, number 1.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
So it's Washington now. Here's Bradshaw.
Wizards foul call. Flory. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
1:36 left here in the opening quarter. Feeds it to Payne. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Taking a look here at numbers for Anthony, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. First in scoring, first in rebounding. And with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Both shots good from the stripe. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. Such a wide.
Just looking at my phone then.
9 points in the game so far.
I don't care.
Back-to-back threes for him.
If it stays close, then at least there might be some late game fouling where Payne gets to the line for some easy points.
Payne, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Nuggets haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And the Wizards making a change here. Franklin's checked in. The shot will not go.
That's so pass it up to you, Collins. You've got to finish, mate.
Very often.
Out left to the wing. Little passes to Hopkins. To the left side wing.
That was terrible, D, Pena.
Wizards hit again from deep.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Denver the rebound. Over to the wing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it to Payne. Tries again. And Franklin pulls it down. Here's to Gonix. Up again.
Oh, Kobe Little, our old boy, just
that is
goes
a fantastic job
off
to
the
stay
glass.
with the play and never give up. Great effort. Excellent effort.
Pass to Payne. On deep. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls!
And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Playing a physical brand of basketball so far, and those trips to the foul line have been very effective.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
That's good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, They've got Ewing.
Oh,
So
no.
Anthony out there. And it's Payne in at the 2 spot. Here's Franklin.
That's him.
Durakas gets the jumper from the corner to fall. He's got 7.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Payne.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off.
It's going to be weird
that we
when
might
he
not
retires.
even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays. Even
Norm
in
just
a
says,
close game.
Poidle, sit
That
down.
was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Checking in for Wizards, Bradshaw.
The pass to Bradshaw. They set the screen. Durakas covered by Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Here's Durakas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Someone's jumped
Nice
online.
work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. There's the dish to Payne. Outside Anthony, the 3, and that one's good. Anthony's got 8 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
Neal pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Payne gets a wide open look. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Cecil, Payne.
Wizards trail by 3. Here's Franklin. 9 points last game out. Here's Flory. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. And he makes good on the layup. Payne's got 6 points in the quarter.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
To the paint. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Thunder.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Payne, second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Payne's got 14 points.
If I can get him to a 30-point game this time, then if 1 or 2 of his sims are subpar, that won't matter.
Much more effort than that on the
I
glass.
just probably need to have a...
Did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Bradshaw. Offline from the top of the key. And so we wrap up the first half. The Nuggets on top, leading by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Denver was looking great right away. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. By the end of the first quarter, they ended up with a 9-point margin. In the second quarter, they continued to trade punches and won the exchange, finishing with a 6-point advantage at the break. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Wizards trail by 14. Passes a little. Swing on the left. Nice ball movement by Washington. There's the pick. Here's Doricus. Hits the jumper in space. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Anthony, and it's Payne in at the shooting guard.
Trying to get my microphone back.
Here's Anthony. Another shot.
On your Payne.
Foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Nuggets?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
So he gets them both. So it's Washington now. They trail by 14. This game coming at a loss against the Pistons.
Looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting for Washington. Payne.
The first free throw is good. Thunder's checked in for Washington. Payne hits them both. Wizards trail by 14. Pass to Thunder to the right side. Doricus covered by Anthony, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Denver ball.
The Nuggets leading by 14. And Payne now top of the key. Sinks that one from the post.
There you go.
Payne's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Knocked loose. Here's Bradshaw. Neal pulls it in. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Magic.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show.
Just 4 to shoot. High arcing shot, and they'll keep possession. That's good.
Who have we got there?
Trail by 18.
Who's jumped on?
To the inside. Here's Bradshaw. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 1 point game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Denver calls timeout. Denver leading by 16. .52 seconds left to play in the third. Inside. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
43 seconds left here in the third quarter. The pass to Bradshaw, trying his luck deep. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. Powered down with both hands.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
And Washington has possession. 17-point game.
Not sure how.
Here's Bradshaw. Denver grabs the miss.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nuggets lead by 17. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Nuggets leading by 16. Barnes with it. The feed to Payne. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
And for Denver, we've got Payne, and it's Knox in at the power forward. 5 on the clock. Here's Shaw. They get the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead. 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Payne in the post. to the middle. Here's Neal. Rebound by the Wizards. Thunder's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Dugonix. No good with the triple. The Nuggets leading by 21. Here's Payne. Releases from the wing and drills it. Payne's got 28. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Pass to Bradshaw. And another miss by Washington. Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Payne, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And that one's good.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Nuggets shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys.
Here's Dugonix. And no good as it rattles out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game plan by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, this is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling to getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the Wizards.
They set the pick. Now Barnes. Dishes to Payne. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Shot's good by Neal.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here, for sure.
And good on the basket. Book it. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Payne. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
His offensive performance was the main reason they walked out of here with the win tonight. You got a sense early on it was going to be a big game from him. His attitude, his swagger, it was B-I-G. He gave them an ultra-reliable option every time down the floor.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
So, Cecil's upped his points to 19.1. Might have to do a little bit of a sneaky sneak here. So Knox down to 27, Neil down to 25, Hamry up back up to 30. Payne 17-2-2. Knox had a 24-15 one block double with 5 turnovers. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Two losses in a row there, and 2 average games by Payne. What does that mean for his awards? Oh, Clark Jefferson has just. Oh no! No! This is a very interesting last section of games here. You've got Clark Jefferson, who the Kings, maybe they've started to win some games. Have they? They have. They have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Kings are 1 game out of the playoffs. 1 game out of the playoffs there. Yeah, it's a very interesting last section of games here. Kings lose a couple and out of the playoffs. Clark Jefferson probably goes down a bit. I definitely need to get Payne up to 20 points per game. So in those games where he had 6 and I think 8, I'm going to have a couple of 30-point games regardless. So next game that I play, or next 2 games that I'll play will be Lakers and Clippers, and then I'll be simming this next 3. But I won't be doing that tonight, so I'll love you and leave you. Catch ya.